We would go have dinner at his house. And he murdered Bugsy Siegel. Yeah, shot him in the face with a .30 caliber.
Wow.
Whoa.
Big round.
What was it like when you
hit in the
talked to him?
face. He never married, never had kids. He was a cat guy. He collected stray cats.
Oh, wow. Okay, he was complete creep. Oh, man, he was one of them guys. Okay.
My father loved animals and was good friends with Eddie Cannister. My brother and I would take us over for dinner, make cannelloni. He lived with his parents. It was all very weird. Anyway, but he killed Bugsy Siegel. But I remember hearing the conversation. Yeah, don't call him Bugsy. He wasn't.
So here's the thing. So we go out and I'm like, I'm trying to convince Sonny, let me interview you. He says, for 55 years, I went to jail for 55 years. The only thing I can take to my grave is I never snitched on anybody. This is not a lie. This guy did 55 years in jail out of 103 years of living. Okay, never said anything to nobody, right? I get him in the car, taking him to his favorite Italian restaurant, okay? We pick him up from the old folks' home, and I'm driving. So, Sonny, what can you tell me about Meyer Lansky? Great guy. I heard he made a lot of money in many different ways. Phenomenal guy. What we can say about Bugsy Siegel? Don't say that. You can't say that. You call him Ben. Well, what can you tell me about Ben? Very good guy. Really. How about Frank Costello? Fantastic guy. How about everybody's a good guy? I'm like, Sonny, come on, Sonny. I mean, says, no, these are stand-up guys. I don't know what you're talking about, stand-up guys. Sonny eventually doesn't agree to do the interview. That interview never happens, okay? But Sonny told his son, he said, be very careful of the people that are lower power people in the mob family because one day they could be a boss. And when they do become a boss, they're going to remember every way you disrespected them, and they're going to seek their vengeance on you in their own way. So be very...
Yeah, I always did say, like, in our younger generation of black men, we have a step on the next guy mentality. So we always feel like we got to step on the next guy to get up there. And I'm just like, okay, when you get up there, and then the other guy one day pulls himself up there, you don't think he's going to remember that? How you just low-key shitted on him and, you know, you feel me? Like I said, it's better to work with people than to just, I don't know, use and abuse people.
Very careful to the lower level people that are coming up. One day they could be your boss, okay? All right. So you're running a company. You see a guy that's been with you for 5 years. He's doing a good job. He's a worker. He does 60 hours a week, stand-up guy, effort, attitude, teamwork, innovation, results, competency, specialized skill. He's got all that stuff. Then all of a sudden, he goes from being a performer. Maybe he's got 1 or 2 people reporting to him. You make him a VP, and now he's got 35 people under his division. And then all of a sudden, you see him become a tyrant and a dictator. Like, wait a minute. Did it just happen overnight? Or was that always in there, but you were hiding it, and boom, now that you have the power, now you're abusing it, right? A lot of these people on the political side, deep down inside, someone offended them. A mom, a dad, a cousin, an ex, a friend, a professor, a teacher, somebody. And their way of seeking vengeance is to have control over other people.
Damn. So you tell me because your mama, your daddy did you wrong, you got to take it out on, well, I don't know, an entire population of people is crazy. Like, please don't tell me that's what Biden be running under. Because Biden, I ain't gonna lie, he been dubbed so many times in politicians. Like, you know, he been caught up on plagiarism, racist comments, all that good stuff. And he ain't never really get his shot. Well, I'm gonna be real with you. Until in these years, like, Biden has been low-key trying to run for president since the 80s. Believe it or not.
Lincoln said, you want to find out, test someone's character, give them power. These guys now have power, and they're showing what they're all about. And they fear somebody coming in that's a non-establishment guy coming in. They could lose that and be exposed. They're not willing to give that up. They're not willing to give that up. It's going to take everything they can to take that privilege away from them. And that's not going to be an easy thing for Trump to do.
You may have come to the obvious conclusion that the real debate is not between Republican and Democrat or socialist and capitalist, right, left.
Make sure to like the video.
The real battle is between people who are lying on purpose and people who are trying to tell you the truth. It's between good and evil. It's between, like, how do you do that again? And if you do it again, everyone's going to know you did it again. And then what kind of country do you have in January of 2025?
Study trends. Trends. If you, a great stockbroker is somebody that looks at trends, seasons, months, days, announcements, quarterly calls, you know, industry, market, election. You have to look at everything on a board to say, according to this and XYZ and what's going on right now, this should happen next in the next quarter. Go to the history books and look at, well, when we raised the interest rate this many times, here's what happened next. When we were going through inflation, you look at all the case studies. Like when COVID first happened, Jennifer and I are in Beverly Hills. We're about to have a board meeting. And then last meeting, everybody that's supposed to fly in cancels. I'm like, what the hell is going on? We brought the kids. We're about to go to Universal. That's the day Rudy Gobert gave Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz COVID, and NHL shuts down, NBA shuts down. That's the day. Disney shuts down Universal. What the hell is going on? We got to fly back. We fly back to Dallas. I take the family to the house. I come back to the office, and I'm studying all the different pandemics that we've had. And you'll see, out of all the pandemics we've had, how the market has reacted.
Yeah.
90% of the top 10 pandemics we've had, massive market drop-off, but every one of them 6 months later, it came back to exactly what it used to be, if not higher. Yes. There's only one that didn't recover for 12 months, and that's AIDS. Everything else, 6-month recovery, right? So I could sit there and say, well, this could be fear porn. Market's going to go down to 18,000, 17,000 down, whatever could happen. But it's fear. It's going to come back up 6 months later. That's exactly what happened, right? Boom, boom, came back up. Okay. So trends, things to study, patterns on what's going on.
Yeah, make sure you try not to let your fear, like all this stuff going on. Look, don't let it keep you from taking opportunities. Don't let it keep you from working hard. No matter what's going on, you got to do what you're doing. Yes, you're taking in this information so you know what battlefield or what playing field you're in. But remember, always believe that, all right, cool, I just need to know what's on the battlefield so I can conquer it. Because you can't walk into a battlefield not knowing what's going on.
With
you
today.
do got to know.
If we go to 2016 election, the mistake mainstream media made was what? CNN kept inviting Trump. He said yes. They kept inviting him. Yes. MSNBC, yes. So we're getting all these crazy ratings. We're killing it, MSNBC. No, he's bringing you ratings. And then all of a sudden they're like, guys, we created a monster. It's too late. We've done $500 million of free media advertisement for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't even need to spend the money on it. Holy shit. He just won. Are you kidding me? This didn't work. The defamation and, all this stuff. Damn. Guys, this is not going to work in 2020. So go to 2020. What did they do in 2020? We got to find a different playbook. 2016, they used Me Too. Backfired on them when Trump brought the candidates showing and all this other stuff, right? And he's like, well, let me tell you who we have here. Paula this, and you see Clinton looking like this, that famous picture.
Oh, right? I was there for that.
Yeah. So 2020.
All of Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah, he brought all of Bill Clinton's victim was up. He said, oh, Me Too on me, really? Okay, well, what about Bill Clinton? Yeah, what about all these women that y'all ignored and swept under the rug? Oh, here, wait, what about Joe Biden's S.A. cases that, y'all swept under the rug. And then y'all deported the old girl, well, not even deported, but pushed her all the way out of the country. And then when she hit Russia, y'all pretty much say, yeah, if you come back, you're going to jail. Look it up.
His girlfriends.
Pretty impressive, right?
It was amazing.
Yeah. 2020, May 25th, you need chaos.
Like the video.
May 25th, what happens? George Floyd gets assassinated. Now, George Floyd dies, not gets assassinated. The word they wanted to kind of use was obviously a bigger thing, but George Floyd, the number of minutes that it took place, knee, all that stuff. Next day, riots, protesting, insanity. What do Republicans start saying? Look, man, I like him, but I don't know why. Maybe they're right. The more he's in there, the more chaos happens in the streets. And I just want the chaos to slow down. That's what I want. Of course. That strategy worked very effectively. Here's what they're doing 2024.
Nah, facts, though. They made it seem like, look, as long as Trump's in office, we're always going to have these riots, these race wars. As long as Trump's in office, everything is always just going to go upside down. And no, that's just what they were pushing. They had to make sure as much things went down as possible. So we have that, all right, now it's anything but Trump mentality. And look how that worked out for us.
Some case studies of what they're doing, what's not.
Higher gas prices, higher food prices. Yeah, man. Well, what else? Oh, yeah. Basically no border. Immigration crimes through the roof.